Test, test. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright. As I said, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, Part Quattro. I am basically at the end of the first day, start of the second day in the second chapter, the second iteration of the timeline. Sayori has been erased, so now it's just Monika, Yuri, Natsuki, and myself, or my avatar, Godai. And I still have to figure out who I want to woo, and we'll see where things go from here. I mean, I know where things go from here. Most of you probably know where things go from here, but I don't know. I think we can finish up chapter 2 by the end of tonight, but we'll just see what happens. So, let's get on with it. Let me real quick get back into my characters. This is me. This is Godai. This is Natsuki. This is Yuri. This is Monika. Monika is a little more breathy. Yuri is up here. I feel like I changed my voices every time, and I think I said that last time. I apologize. Natsuki's easy to be consistent with. Alright. Here we go. Helps if I unmute the game, doesn't it? Okay. Not Sayori. Oof, that's unsettling. Oh, did I already... Oh, where'd I put my chat? There we go. Hi again, Godai. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Godai. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Hey! This is getting a little weird. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monika, you're blocking the text there. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Manga? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Godai. We'll be sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway... Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. No water bottle present. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ugh. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I heard Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monika! Well, that's What? No. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Let's see what the history says for that line. The official line is freaking Monika. That's definitely not what the subtitle said. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga... You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah! Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey! I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Godai. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book! I'll keep that in mind. Why is that so behind? Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it'd be easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. I just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this! The real line is, I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Whew. I think Monika's overriding the script. At least it's safe in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh! I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Oh, sorry, that was a yawn. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. How long is this gonna keep going on? Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oof! I can't read that, unfortunately. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give up. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Godai. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Okay, non-existent chat. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm gonna go with Natsuki. I'm gonna try and seduce Natsuki. This is a Natsuki run. Natsuki percent. Lion. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I didn't. Let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Ugh. Well, I'll be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours is really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, "Ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like." And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh! You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Some people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Oh, that's me, sorry. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah. Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monika. Hi, Godai. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything... If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Godai. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Mm-hmm. I like it, Godai. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. That's a little heavy for this. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very...
Hello from the outside.
Hello there! That's right. I should say, hello there!
Verdict scribe. Monika, I'm afeard of you.
Should have seen earlier when she popped up in front of the text box. And she overwrote some of Natsuki's lines. I sent those to you in the group chat.
Say like zombie Esther. You never even dated the bitch, what are you afraid of?
You can't date Monika. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So if you just move your hand and go with the flow, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to Yuri, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry for just messaging me. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice?
Verdicts scribe. It's okay to be passionate, Yuri.
Let's put this over here. Did I just raise my voice? Ooh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How?
Sailor Zombie Esther. Your mic is cracking a lot.
That's unfortunate. Thanks for letting me know. Let me... test. We'll see how that does. We know this is any better. I took off an extension cable and plugged it into a different port. Hope it's not the mic itself. That'd suck.
Sailor Zombie Esther. Can't tell until you start playing. Sailor Zombie Esther. Might be the mic though, I've heard it once or twice. Like it just cuts off. Verdicts scribe. If you are saying anything, I can't hear it.
Test, test.
Sailor Zombie Esther. Oh, I thought we were just chilling, my bad. Would have said something. Can hear you now.
Okay, that's good.
Verdicts scribe. Hear you now.
Let me back up a little bit. So read this poem first of all. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm not sure what to make of this one. Stood the test of time.
Sailor Zombie Esther. She's creeping around at night like a loon.
She's bathing in the light of the past. Living in the but looking forward to the future. Or she's afraid of the future. I guess. She's embracing the past, but knows it's ending, and she's afraid of the future. That's my take. That's what I'm getting out of this. I'm gonna reread her past couple of lines here. I'll start here. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is totally gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, and now we're caught up. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Godai. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you could think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Okay, for a second I thought the music was out of tune. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it. And Godai did, too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but it's been a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Godai liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Oh... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Godai appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Godai started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities and others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop.
Oh, thank God, the game is getting interesting.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa! Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri! Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Oh, fuck. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Godai hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Godai! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Whoa! Chat? I've Team Natsuki, so Natsuki it is.
Verdict subscribe. Story time.
I said Natsuki, fucking... I'm not changing. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. Ah! Hi, Monika. Jesus Christ.
Subscribe. Hi, Monika.
Why is it always safe a minute ago? So I'm trying to screenshot this for the chat. Or with it later. Okay, back to the game. Monika. She's staring right at me. Hey, Godai. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. See if I can check the history here. Okay, that's the text I missed. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Yeah, I don't regret choosing Natsuki. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Stop hitting on me, Natsuki. Monika. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Godai, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. I wonder whose fault that'll be. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something.
verdict's scribe. Oh, she'll forget about it.
That she will. But she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Godai. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you understand. Yeesh. Still going for Natsuki. Sunset, laugh, rainbow, lazy, blanket, ribbon, secret of party, alone, loud. Rainbow! Hurt, hop, friends, fester, electricity, summer, fun, infallible, shiny, misery. Shiny! Unrestrained, hope, color, raindrops, aura, kitty, climax, nature, desire, vitality. Yeah, that makes sense to be a Yuri word. Intellectual, effulgent, passion, candy, wonderful, tragedy, melody, depression, nightgown, essence. Wonderful! Fireworks, kawaii, massacre, games, unstable, marshmallow, cry, sensation, pink, pain. Games. Misfortune, vacation, tears, promise, breathe, boop, peaceful, cheer, uncontrollable, captive. 2 for 2, I think. Existence, grief, vertigo, insight, calm, shame, precious, cute, parfait, heartbeat. Portrait, comfort, afterimage, landscape, anger, jumpy, heart, anxiety, love, clouds. Love. Socks, rain cloud, lucky, lollipop, entropy, inferno, happiness, skipping, extreme, uncanny. Together, anime, contamination, treasure, milk, memories, adventure, cheeks, fireflies, childhood. Anime. Charm, destiny, clumsy, dazzle, incongruent, disoriented, whisper, sing, fantasy, jump. Extraordinary, unending, flower, vibrant, variance, sugar, special, lipstick, sparkle, dance. Family, dark, atone, judgment, romance, crimson, pout, swimsuit, giggle, flee. I don't know, I always pick swimsuit, it's just a fun word. Tenacious, ocean, kiss, shopping, waterfall, strawberry, headphone, sphere, empty, fickle. Headphones. Smile, bubbles, meager, papa, email, holiday, joy, infinite, whirlwind, puppy. Email. Vivacious, graveyard, prayer, lust, amazing, ambient, imagination, whistle, agonizing, cage. Heaven sent, starscape, journey, suicide, twirl, excitement, sticky, awesome, pleasure, rose. Starscape. Doki Doki, hey, that's the name of the game. Valentine, determination, vanilla, broken, chocolate, explode, spinning, bunny, defeat. Analysis, mouse, play, silly, peace, skirt, eternity, beauty, universe, scars. Fluffy, flying, bliss, disarray, sweet, daydream, question, hair, sunny, covet. Let's save the game here, just for good measure. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Godai. That's normal. Perfectly normal. Welcome back, Godai. Ah, hi, Yuri. Just your boob. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at her desk. And surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I'm trying to look at the poster in the background there. It's definitely Japanese style writing. It's written vertically for the most part, but doesn't seem to be actual writing. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ah, Godai, don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man! Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Screenshot. That's the same one. Why is it always one behind? I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... Well, accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
Verdict subscribe. This is normal speak.
Very much so. My vocal cords disagree. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So, I'm still impressed. Oh, well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, good I? Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Could I? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, She's fine! She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much! She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Godai? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? You're wondering why I keep checking the history, it's because I want to make sure that these are the actual dialogue, because like Monica was editing it earlier. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets something. I missed what she said. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Yeah, that line didn't get saved. Her whole body gets something. I caught that much. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of my body. I need to read these faster. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy.
Verdict scribe. Don't apologize for apologizing.
I'm sorry! Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. It's a nice perspective, honestly. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? Oh, there's the crazy eyes. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing?
Scribe. Pry into her insecurities.
Indeed. Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Good eye? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. No, I don't think I will. And the music's messing up too.
Vertex scribe. Is it a cipher?
I don't think so. As far as I'm aware, it's randomly generated. I can look it up. Act 1, Act 2. Okay, this poem should, if the player made 2 poems that appeal to non-ski. Okay, actually it is. It's written by 64. Okay. Here's the translation. Open your third eye. I can feel the tenderness of her skin through the knife. As if it were an extension of my sense of touch. My body nearly convulses. There's something incredibly faint, deep down, that streams to resist this uncontrollable pleasure. But I can already tell that I'm being pushed over the edge. I can't stop myself. Well then, that's different from her usual style.
Verdict scribe. Oh.
So it says it's written in base 64 code. Open your third eye. I can feel the tenderness of her skin through the knife, as if it were an extension of my sense of touch. My body nearly convulses. There's something incredibly faint, deep down, that screams to resist this uncontrollable pleasure. But I can already tell that I'm being pushed over the edge. I can't stop myself. Good eye! Why didn't you come and read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? No, I don't, actually. I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri's a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? Heebie-jeebies. Heebie-jeebies! You don't hate me, Good Eye, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying?
Verdict scribe. O-E-K-A-A-I-I.
Oh god, her eyes are bleeding. Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me! Oh god, that grin. Gotta screenshot that. And of course, it's the wrong screen. Why does it always do the last one I took? Oof. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's do Monika. Hi again, Godai. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monika. Alright. Great job, Godai. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. Beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, firms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Pum of mingles. Delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a different decision. Difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'll show my poem to Yuri now. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there's some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward, but let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 years and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy strikes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox.
Verdict scribe. A biblical description of an angel.
You know what?
Sailor Zombie Esther. Just needs a beatnik snapping their fingers in the background to really complete this horror show of a poem.
Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm not doing that whole thing. That is a collection of the same ideas combined in different ways. I don't think it means anything. I can't parse any meaning out of that. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping and fucked myself with it. I just really like the way
Sailor
that it writes.
Zombie Esther. Nice.
So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. Oh, there's the psycho eyes. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Yes, I'd like to read the special poem. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. This has to do with her cutting, doesn't it? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh! Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Godai joined and we started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't really think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Godai?
Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Godai to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Godai joined. As for me, I just like it here better than I do at home. And Godai isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Godai want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation... No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club... It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Godai, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting the club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. I know Monika wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Godai. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself!
Verdicts scribe.
Yeah, it's about the size of it. Nobody would cry if she killed herself! Yeah. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. I'm assuming that's not in the history. Yeah. But what about you, Godai? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes in their own qualities in a special way. Her eye is dripping. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Yeah, like the removal of the moderator of Sayori than the moderator. Without her around, everything's much more extreme. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help out Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monika. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Godai? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Godai before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as a president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Godai, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I do really care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet!
Verdict scribe. Totally not more foreshadowing.
Yeah! That's about time I called it for tonight. I'm not gonna go for... I'm gonna make my poem before I forget. Disoriented, misfortune, climax, fear, captive, dark, after image, time, journey, agonizing. That's a Yuri word. Aura, pout, explode, memories, horror, swimsuit, desire, lust, uncanny, stable. Pain, hopeless, special, secretive, sing, nibble, anger, play, judgment, shiny. Cheer, 1,111 out of 20. Okay. Cheer, beauty, kiss, flying, fickle, fantasy, marshmallow, mouse, incapable, comfort. Oh, okay, it keeps doing 1. Okay. Vibrant, infinite, hair, essence, breathe, misery, inferno, crimson, marriage, clumsy. Hi, Sayori. You probably didn't see that because my face was blocking the view there, but Sayori popped up right in the bottom left corner. I didn't think my camera would block anything that low. There's always something, isn't there? Sorry. Charm, music, lucky, vivacious, papa, intrepid, loud, fester, universe, passion.
Music. Starscape, peace, parfait, happiness, clouds, empty, question, tragedy, pure, bouncy. Peace. Love, joy, melancholy, rain cloud, flower, dream, eternity, vivid, ocean, promise. Incongruent, rainbow, landscape, doki doki, effulgent, daydream, shame, sticky, rose, silly. Infallible, milk, analysis, unending, anxiety, candy, pink, extraordinary, feather, bliss. Ribbon, forgive, vanilla, headphones, embrace, sugar, shopping, holiday, spinning, smile. What the fuck? Depression, blanket, bunny, together, dance, calm, kitty, electricity, whisper. I gotta know. Raindrops, jump, intellectual, jumpy, adventure, laugh, twirl, heaven sent, covet, wonderful. Contamination, cage, heart, unrequited, lazy, nightgown, cry, alone, meager, hop. What the fuck? Games, waterfall, sunset, amazing, vertigo, playground, precious, kawaii, philosophy, disarray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 to go. Despise, skipping, broken, awesome, peaceful, sadness, romance, tenacious, suicide, excitement. Dazzle, color, imagination, death, family, grief, party, flee, sparkle, fluffy. Determination, whirlwind, extreme, uncontrollable, disaster, lollipop, nature, boop, sunny, fireflies. Let's read the last one. Wrath, scars, childhood, cheeks, cute, existence, heartbeat, anime, frightening, treasure. Lipstick, bubbles, vitality, proof, sweet, variance, chocolate, atone, insight, puppy. And that's what we're going to call off for the night. Because I know where it goes from here. We don't want to get into that right now. Alright. I will see you all next week. Not me. Of course, Free Build Friday tomorrow. I will start building Daijujin, aka the original Megazord. I'm going to take it slow, one box.
Subscribe. Good night, everybody.
Actually, let me go ahead and break that out. So. Tomorrow I'll start Daijujin. One box per night. Have a setting for this, I might. Whatever. Games. That's right, I had an issue with my cameras. I had to make a new camera source. Okay, so this is, of course, Daijujin, the Megazord. I do have one built, but I'm going to be building a new one, new and improved. And that'll be what I'm starting tomorrow. Just one box per night, probably. Depending on, I don't know how the later ones builds go, so I'll probably we'll see. I might do 2 a night, just depends. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do next, until my next order comes in. And that'll be our free build for the forthcoming bit. After that, Sunday is Kamen Rider Blade. Next week, more Doki Doki Literature Club. Might be able to finish it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. And then next Saturday I will not be. Next Saturday I'll be out, so no live builds. Well, the next Sunday will be the finale of Licorice Recoil. And yeah, that's our upcoming schedule. So, free build tomorrow. More Blade on Saturday. More Doki Doki next Friday, and nothing next Saturday. Alright, thank you all for coming out. Please be sure to check out my other streams. I do build streams every Saturday. I build model kits, or sometimes Legos. I built a Lego one time. Whatever fits into the mental or free build. Obviously, game streams every Friday, and Japanese television show streams every other Sunday. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/king_kuga. I have a YouTube channel, which I will link. And if you know who I am in real life, you know my Facebook. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Thank you all for coming out. Have a great night.